say hypothetically someone makes you the finance minister for a year, like Anil Kapoor and Nayak kind of situation for you.
Yeah.
But I'm not asking you the details, right? I'm not going to ask you like which policy are you going to create. Generally, what would be the 3 or 4 things in your mind in terms of, okay, these are the tweaks I want to make to take the country forward?
Mm, I would focus more on transaction taxes versus income taxes, because I feel like that 1% of the country which is paying income tax, I don't think you should burden them anymore. I mean, I think, this is not even the rich, right? This is like the middle class who are essentially getting a salary and paying most amount of their income as tax. I was doing some kind of a calculation, and I was like, if India were to abolish income tax and instead try to increase GST to make up for that, how much will GST have to go up by? And in my calculation, it was something like 25% or something. So if you're buying a car, it will cost you 25% more, but you're not paying any income tax. But net, I think what a positive result of that would be is not only that 1% will pay tax, but a vast majority, not majority, but a big number in our country which has evaded tax, found ways to put that money in property and things like that. They will come under the tax net, and net collections will go up significantly. Maybe that's something to look at. Property taxes, yeah, definitely. If you live in America, in Connecticut, for example, you would pay as much as 200 bips, 2% a year in property taxes, right? Like if you have this large villa or if you have a mansion, you can afford it. Why not pay a considerable amount of tax on it? In India, that concept does not exist. Again, from the point of view of tax evasion, I think taxing property across the board will bring a lot more people under the tax net. See, there's a common narrative in all that I'm saying, right? I don't think the solution is to tax that poor 1% any more than we have already, but get more people to pay tax. I would say a very controversial thing that a lot of people will not like, but I think farm income has to be taxed beyond a certain point. I totally am on board with supporting the smaller farmers who are not doing well and need to be helped and all of that. But uh, let's say the cap is 10 crore rupees. If a farmer earns more than 10 crore rupees a year, he has to pay tax. I don't think that hurts anybody. I feel like companies like Monsanto, like these huge agri-tech companies, there are cases in which they're earning 200, 300 crores of profit a year, but they're not paying this tax and they're using this exemption to get out of paying tax. And it just seems ridiculous to me. So from the taxation perspective, I would do everything. Also, inheritance tax. I think there's precedent for that. The US has inheritance tax. UK has estate taxes. South Korea, Southeast Asian countries, everybody has it, right? The good thing about it is you pay inheritance tax once in your lifetime, and you're not burdened with paying it every year. So it doesn't discourage entrepreneurship in a manner that increasing income taxes, which are paid every year, might do. Yeah, but the general narrative around taxation in my mind is to get a broader section of society to pay tax. See, beyond a point, you can't even blame the government for, a lot of the infra that we have and stuff like that, because if we have to face it, 1%, the tax that is collected is not enough. And, they don't really have the gunpowder to go there and go out there and really transform the country. So yeah, general message and narrative is around getting more people to pay tax and avoiding tax evasion.